はい、新規はコックパイロットです。今日も、マイクロソフトフライトシミュレーターの、公式集会に参加していきます。今日の飛行区域はスエズ運河ですね。まあ、ここら辺エジプトで、ここら辺にこうイスラエルがあって、で、ナイル川がこう流れてるんですね。で、ここがスエズ運河。こう抜けていきます。これまあ、アフリカ大陸と、ユーラシア大陸こう通っていけるので、この運河を使うと船がだいぶ早く、通行できるっていうそういうものですね。ミラー、パーキングブレーキ、トリムセンターで一つ、こう新しくアップデートがあって工程が増えて、なんかこの、なんていうのかな、機種のあたりチカチカしてると思うんですけど、ストロボライトがなんか悪さしてるみたいなので、ストロボライトをオフにしてあります。いかん、セッティングしてないわ。公式集会の時は、衝突しないような、いつも死んじゃう設定でしてるんですけど、地面に落ちても衝突しないようにしてるんですね。みんなからはぐれちゃうといけないので。じゃあ行きますか。
And we're underway for Community Fly-In Friday Suez Canal edition. Oh, sometime I got you in sight right in front of me. All right, Rotate, positive rates.
Well, you're up for me.
You're fixed for me. Hey, Homie Live, nice to see you. Welcome in. And look at that big group of fellow pilots thing up behind me. I see ZK DOS below us. Folks, I think we can reveal this now. ZK DOS is going to be joining us on the stream as our special guest next week. 1 week from today, Community Fly-In Friday, February 24th edition. As we have announced, World Update 12 New Zealand is releasing next week on February 23rd. And one day after, ZK DOS, who is a real-life airline pilot based out of New Zealand, is going to be joining us as a special guest for our New Zealand edition of Community Fly-In Friday. We're going to showcase some of the new scenery and super excited for ZK DOS to be joining us for that. All right, as mentioned, Sharm el Sheikh is a seaside beach resort town, and you can see that right now. Golf courses,
今日は人が少ないのかな、見えないだけかな。いつもよりだいぶ少ないように見えるけど、システムの問題じゃろうか。聞こえた。聞こえたけど、キーボードが見えないのよ。
Want a more relaxing Tower HYT 1944-9er frequency change.
Long time ago.
Oh, you've been to Sharm el Sheikh?
I think I was 8, maybe. A bit faded, but I do remember the crystal clear water.
ご挨拶かな。ここは
Fish. So just put your feet to the water and they have those boats with the big glass bottoms. You can still fish.
I've got a very good view. Look at my 6 o'clock low. That's definitely a bunch of luxury resorts with, swimming pools and high-end hotels and so on below me right now.
Yeah. 大体一応発見。やっぱ人が少ないような気がするか。
Oh, I just got buzzed by a fighter jet. Not sure who that was. Didn't catch a name.
Spitfire.
Hey, Jane! So nice of you to join us, folks. As I mentioned earlier, Jane is unfortunately not feeling well today, so she's not able to join us live on the stream. It's so nice to see Jane in the chat. Everyone say hi to Jane and wish her a speedy recovery from her illness. Certainly missed her last week when she was traveling, and again this week when she's not feeling well. And hopefully we'll have Jane back next week for our New Zealand stream with Sekei DOS. So Tom, here's a question. I'm just looking at my MFD. Do you prefer? I feel this is like an aviator holy war. Sort of like how people have like a very strong opinion about Boeing versus Airbus. I think people also have a very strong opinion about this one. Do you prefer heading up or north up on your MFD?
I think I mostly use heading up.
See, I'm the opposite. I prefer north up. Jane likes heading up. Okay, well, maybe this is a question for Chad. Type 1, if you like heading up, type 2, if you like
I mean, north up is the logical. It's the same in my car.
Yeah, so in a car, I prefer heading up because you know where you're going. But when I'm in a plane, I'm see where I am going. Don't see the map. I find way more intuitive. Sekei DOS, who again, as mentioned, is an actual airline pilot. Sekei DOS says north up for checking the flight plan at the beginning of the flight, heading up for the rest of the flight orientation. Interesting. So that's from an actual professional, someone who does this for a living. So that's an interesting comment. Musefan says north up for GA, heading up for airliners. We've got some beautiful scenery. Look at this, mountainous terrain as we depart the Sharm el Sheikh area. We're about to make a turn to the right here and get on northbound heading as we head towards the Suez Canal itself. We're actually going to be flying along the Gulf of Suez from Sharm el Sheikh. MFD moving map, the body of water that's going to our left, that is flying on the eastern bank. Along the Gulf of Suez will be to our left, and we have got right. This should be a very scenic flight as we head towards the canal. Vartak has an interesting comment here. It says, always track up for anything. Learned that way on my PPL. So, okay, maybe this might influence.
荒れ地というか砂漠というか
I got my PPL. It was in the late 90s.
植物のいない世界でございます。
They existed, but they were super expensive, so we didn't actually get to use them. We didn't have glass.
おお、でっかいのこれハッキリだな。
in GA planes back in 1997 when I learned how to fly. So we navigated with kneeboards and paper maps. In Canada, they're called VNCs or VFR navigational charts. In the United States, they're called sectionals. Tom, you know what they're called in the EU?
Peter, where are you?
Someone in chat will know. But anyways, it's the map you use for VFR navigation. Has different names depending on what authority issues the map, but they're all generally the same way. And I always had a kneeboard with a paper map.
イベリア。イベリアってどこだろう。イベリアって聞いたことあるけど、イベリアどこかは知らない。知らないです。申し訳ない。あ、近くに来ると消えちゃうモードになってるか。でもねえな。
once again, as always, we have beautiful drone work from Simtom. And a nice view of the H-Jets. On the other hand, I have got Psycho Nuke flying a Spruce Goose to my 6 o'clock load. Look at that. James says, I think we need a whole
Aha.
No, Jane.
もうでっかいのがまた来た。あれはなんじゃ。
I consider myself quite the master at droning on. Perhaps that's not the type of droning that you miss. That was factual gull-esque. The quality of that joke.
V22。おお、スピットファイヤーが。スピットファイヤーならこのスピードだ
Alright,
と
so a bit
キラ
of
キラ飛
history
べますわ
about
な。
the Suez Canal as we make our way there. As I said, it opened officially.
ああ、やっぱり近くなると消えるモードになってる。オプションが設定してないな。
Abusefan says, didn't realize you got a PPL. Yeah, I got a PPL and a glider pilot license. I've been a licensed pilot since I was 16 years old. Flew my first solo flight July of 1996. Earned a glider pilot's license a month later, and the following year, 1997, earned a private pilot's license. TD's banned from saying dad jokes. Suez Canal started construction in 1859, officially opened in 1869. The chief person responsible for really, if you look up the Suez Canal online and see who was responsible for creating the Suez Canal, obviously it was a huge effort. Tens of thousands of people were involved in the construction of the Suez Canal. But the one sort of chief person, the sort of head of the Suez Canal project is a Frenchman named Ferdinand de Lesseps. And sort of his vision, and he was the driving force between getting the financial investments and so on for creating the Suez Canal. If you recall, we did a flight over the Panama Canal a few months back, and we mentioned that Ferdinand de Lesseps also tried to create the Panama Canal project. However, used the same techniques that he successfully used here at Suez to dig a trench at sea level from the Mediterranean to the Gulf of Suez. He tried to do the same thing, digging a sea level trench from the Pacific to the Atlantic in Panama. And that technique, as we discussed on that Panama screen, did not work for a variety of different reasons. And eventually, the United States took over the project and used mechanized logs to successfully complete the Panama Canal project. But at Suez, it's a sea level trench. It was dug almost entirely by hand, pure manual labor, people with shovels. That's how the Suez Canal was created. And it took 10 years. And as I mentioned at the top of the screen, it was on this date. Scottish steamer SS Dido traversed the Suez Canal from south to north, from the Gulf of Suez side to the Mediterranean side, the same route that we'll be flying along today. However, the canal did not officially open for another 2 years until 1869. Initially, the canal was owned by an organization called, very creatively, the Suez Canal Company. It was a private corporation with shares being owned predominantly by British and French investors. However, one of the major political events and international crises of the 20th century, known as the Suez Crisis, occurred in the 1950s, 1956 to be exact. President of Egypt, President Nasser, nationalized the Suez Canal. Basically said, we don't want the Suez Canal being owned and operated by British investors. This is a canal
しかも
built on Egyptian
747がえらいこっちゃになってる。おお。
much like the canal in Panama is now. It was owned and operated by the United States for many years, but now it's been transferred specifically to the Panamanian government. But in 1956, President Nasser of Egypt nationalized the Suez Canal. This, in turn, kicked off what is now known as the Suez Crisis. I'm going to give you a little bit of a history lesson of because, believe it or not, despite occurring halfway around the world,
今日は少ないような気がするな、参
was
加
one of the
参加
defining
機が。
moments in the history of my country, Canada. Very interesting. The Suez Canal is in Egypt.
ダイヤモンドエアクラフトのなんとかっていうこれも綺麗な飛行機じゃの
nationalized by the Egyptian government.
あ、ぶつかるぶつ
So
か
what
る
on
わ
earth is the Canadian
おー、翼をビヤーっと切っていきますな
Suez crisis? Well, I'm going to
これは
explain
ひどい
that.
ね
I'm going to go into a lot of detail here because there's some important backstory. So, in 1867, Canada became a sovereign country. It was formerly a British colony. And in 1867, Canada became a sovereign nation. But only partially. A lot of Canadians don't realize this. In 1867, when Canada became sovereign, it only became sovereign over
現実世界なら大事故だな
So Canadian citizens were able to elect their own prime minister, their own parliament, and the Parliament of Canada was able to debate and pass laws that affected Canadian domestic policy. But international policy was still controlled by the British Parliament in London, not by Canadians.
これいろんな飛行機なんだろうなレシプロ機あんまり買ってないからわかんないけど
Domestic purposes, they were not sovereign and independent of Great Britain for international purposes. And where this came into effect in a major way
ちょっ
was
とず
in
つレシプロ機
1914
も
as
増
we
やしてい
outbreak
き
the
たい
First
もの
World
で
War.
すよ
I'm sure
今
a
や
lot
っぱ
of
り
you know
狙ってるのはあれかな
Archduke
ビジョン
Ferdinand
ジェッ
was
ト
assassinated,
結構見ますから
lit
ね
the powder keg
みたい
of
でたくさん見える飛行機も嬉しいですよね
treaties and so on that started the First World War.
これも2ポロして飛
Great
んでる
Britain and France subsequently declared war on the Central Powers, and automatically, when Britain declared war on the Central Powers, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and many other nations that were ostensibly sovereign and independent, but were still considered part of the British Commonwealth or the British Empire, as it was known at the time, automatically, with no say of their own, also declared war on the Central Powers. Because
シナイ半島
despite being
北
independent,
上
had
中
no
です
say over their own foreign policy. That changed in 1933 in a very important piece of legislation out of London called the Statute of Westminster. Four countries that were, again, ostensibly independent from Britain, but not really, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, were in 1933 granted power over their own international policy in addition to their domestic policy. And this, for Canadians, this came into effect in a big way in Nazi Germany invaded Poland and World War II in Europe began. The very next day, Britain and France declared war on Germany as a result of the invasion of Poland. Canada did not declare war on Germany. In World War I, as I said, it was automatic. As soon as Britain declared war on the Central Powers, Canada was immediately involved in that war. However,
ぶつかってる
World
ぶ
War
つかってる
II, Canada waited a week. So 1 week after
殺
Britain
伐
and France
とした
declared war on
地
Germany,
形
Canada then declared war on
人
Germany.
が住んでる気配はあま
Basically,
り
it
あり
was
ませ
the
ん
Canadian government's way of saying, yeah, we don't have to declare war on you. We're choosing to declare war on you. Now, what does all this have to do with the Suez crisis? So, in World War II, you know, it was kind of a formality. You know, Canada didn't have to declare war in support of our British and French allies. But I think we all agree in hindsight that that was the right thing to do, as tragic as that conflict was. The Suez crisis, though, what happened? We talked about President Nasser. And again, basically, it was owned at the time by British and French investors. So the government of Great Britain and France were not happy that their investors were basically had the investors of the Suez Canal Company basically had what they view as their property taken from them by the Egyptian government. And so, in utter secrecy, the governments of the UK, France, and Israel devised a secret scheme. And what the, this is, you can look, this is
わー、ごめんなさい、隊長。
the history of
ぼやにしてた。
20th century politics. And this story is not maybe as well known as it really should be, given how important it was. So the secret scheme that these three governments came up with was this. Israel would launch a military invasion of the Sinai Peninsula.
F-22 ラプター
And
戦
then, as a
闘機
result of this,
世界最強の
Britain and
翼
France,
久しぶりになんか
because
近くで
they
見たな
deemed the Suez Canal to be vitally important to their national interests, would land paratroopers all along the Suez Canal zone for the quote-unquote defense of the canal to make sure it was protected during the conflict between Israel and Egypt.
ちょっとお化ける設定直さ
And
ないかな
therefore, this would sort of undermine President Nasser's nationalization of the Suez Canal. And it was all done under the guise of, oh, we're just doing the right thing for international trade and to protect the strategically important Suez Canal. We don't want it damaged for being involved in this conflict. Again, this was all done in secret with the full knowledge and cooperation of these three governments of Britain, France, and Israel. Importantly, it was done without the knowledge of the United States government. And the U.S. president at the time, President Eisenhower, was taken by surprise by this and was very unhappy that two of America's strongest NATO allies, the UK and France, launched this military intervention.
いつも
Yes,
の
Alex, the
This-
Suez crisis.
ダークスター発見
President Eisenhower was very unhappy that two United States'
これが
closest
大
allies
隊長や
would
な
secretly launch a military intervention.
もうマジカルマジカル
letting the
マ
US
ジカル
know
バナ
what they
ナ
were planning and what was going on.
昔はもうちょっとこんなことなかったような気がするんだけどな最近富にマジカルな
Peter, just speak up and let us know when
消え
you're
ちゃう
on.
のもまあ悪くはないか
chat. All right. So to carry on. So, what does this have to do with Canada? Interesting enough.
うわぶつかるぶつかるキャー
Canada at the time.
この前の飛行機が多分大隊長だと思うんで
Came up
すよ
with the solution to this global crisis, which was the Suez crisis. So a Canadian diplomat went to the United Nations
うわ
and proposed to defuse this
マーヴェリッ
powder
ク中
shipping
佐が乗
before
ってるんだ
Germany
と思うんですけど大佐だったっけ
Lester Pearson proposed that the United
マッハ
Nations
10出さずにこんな
send
とこでゆっくり
a
飛んでますからね
neutral
危ないっす
army
ね
to the Sinai Peninsula to basically stand in between the opposing forces. You had Israel on one side, you had Egypt on the other side, and then you had military forces of Britain and France in the middle. And so Lester Pearson approached the United Nations that a neutral army could be sent to just protect the peace and ensure that the conflict in the Suez did not get escalated. Yes, Alex, this was the Blue Helmet Army. This was the beginning of United Nations peacekeepers. So the very first UN peacekeeping operation took place here in the Suez region, the Sinai Peninsula, and it was basically to defuse and end the Suez crisis. In Canada, despite it being a Canadian diplomat, this was a very unpopular move at the time. Canadian citizens
Whoa.
saw this as our own government turning our back on our
Dutch
British
guy.
and French allies. History vindicated Pearson, and he is viewed much more positively by Canadians now.
おお
In recognition of his
Okay.
solution to the Suez crisis, a few years later, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And then a few years after that, this Canadian diplomat was elected Prime Minister in the mid-1960s. And in the early 2000s, there was a poll done amongst Canadian citizens, where we could vote on who we thought was the greatest ever Canadian, and Lester Pearson was rated in the top 10 greatest Canadians. Predominantly his diplomatic work in inventing the concept of and preventing further escalating broader global conflict.
And I think that's the same person who, the Toronto Pearson airport.
That is 100% correct. Charlie Yankee Yankee Zulu, Toronto Lester Pearson Air Force is named after the former diplomat who won the Nobel Peace Prize for solving the Suez Crisis and later became Prime Minister of Canada. So there's your aviation connection to that as well.
We have Lima Kilo Mike.
Looking at some gorgeous scenery here as we fly northwesterly, north-northwesterly along the Sinai Peninsula towards the Suez Canal. And again, I've got planes of all shapes and sizes poured up by me. I've got a Dark Star, I've got a Halo Pelican, we've got a business jet, another Cirrus SR-22. We got a Bonanza with flaps down. That might be a generic model, actually. I might own that plane. Got a G-21. We've got Hamdad flying Wombee's Witch Mod behind us.
I see. Hey, Peter.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Peter. Let me just stand by, folks. I'm going to turn Peter's webcam on. 1 second. There we go. Welcome, Peter. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Goosebumps said just leave it off, and I think that's indeed better for everyone. But fine. Thank you, Jane. Sir Jane quit on us again?
Yep.
Yeah.
So-called sick.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't feel like it.
So, Peter, I'm very glad you could join us for today's flight in particular, because this one, I think you're going to have a lot to contribute based on your profession. For those of you who don't know, Peter works in the global shipping industry, and the Suez Canal, of course, is vitally important for your work. So is there anything from your professional knowledge that you can share about the Suez Canal, Peter?
Nope.
Well, thank you for joining.
Okay. Next.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. It's actually the main supply route from Asia to Europe. So, practically every container which is arriving in Europe has been through the Suez Canal. Hundreds of ships daily. So yeah, when that backs up, things start to get wrong.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm currently firewalling it. I'm not sure I can catch up.
Well, you can always start at the next airport if you want.
Yeah, but then my flight plan doesn't work, etc.
Is that the Hotel Echo 29?
That is correct. Giving a touch and go. Hotel Echo 29. What are you flying today, Peter?
DA62
Ah.
for the
now
variation.
Convenient.
Right?
I know the answer to this. Tom does as well, obviously. But
ちょっとせっかくなんであっちの
what is the significance of you choosing
山脈の方もちょっとあれしてみますか。
Fly that in Roma.
あ、イーグルがいた。あ、イーグルがいるけどイーグルに見えねえ。どういうこっちゃ
No,
い。
every now and then I can rent it.
イーグルじゃないじゃ
are
ん。
you multi-engine rated yet?
No, which is one of the reasons I'm renting it.
ほら、おかしいしてわ。
Training.
でもこの変な山でもせん
I
とく
heard
るか。
several people said, well, the DA62 is not really
変なってことはないけど。
suited to train in. And I think I agree with them.
Okay.
All right. Why would you say that?
Well, one, it's too nice, right? It's really nice, luxurious plane, and as a trainer, you don't want a nice, luxurious plane. It's heavy, which only complicates things. It's over 2 tons takeoff weight, which is not only heavy just to handle, but also you'll fall into
岩山じゃ
different
ね
category for landing rights and stuff like that. So
ま
lands are
ご う
more
と
expensive.
ことなく岩山
I have to get prior written permission to actually do touch and goes and stuff like that.
草木も生えぬ牛蜜時
More significant. It doesn't have any prop levers or mixture levers. It's all single power lever.
Gonna pay that.
It's got a two full FADECs, which is nice. But to train in, one could argue it isn't ideal.
So it's like the argument for student drivers. Is it better for a student driver to learn with manual transmission?
Exactly,
or
yeah.
automatic transmission?
Yeah. Here in Europe, it's by far better to study for manual transmission because the chances you as a youngster can pay for or can actually buy automate automatic gearboxes is slim.
No, it is changed.
It is changed.
Belgium really
Yes.
changed the law actually.
Yes, same here.
Train on the manual.
Yeah. Same here.
It's becoming more common.
But I think since in America since the 1970s, 75, 78, around that time, manual transmission became a rarity in new cars.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
something like 90% of new vehicles sold in North America are automatic transmission now.
Yeah, and I think, well, it won't be the other way around, but I think only 20% of the vehicles here
ハ
are
ーキュリーズ
shown,
がおるなおった
It's
ー
very common to just have manual here. I have people of my age who have never driven an automatic gearbox before, and are now transferring to an electric car, so they have to actually relearn how to drive because they've never managed anything other than a manual gearbox.
A couple of months ago, I switched to automatic.
It's nice.
Finally
isn't it?
done with it. Especially when you're in traffic now, it's like,
Yes. Traffic is the worst with a manual.
left, right. It's a real train.
I will say, I also drive off-road in sand and stuff like that, and then you do want a manual gearbox just because of the added control and the.
Ooh, look at this. 12 o'clock. I've got here's this everybody do. Drunken Day Day. That is a great username. It is not one I've seen before, so if this is your first time flying with us, welcome in Drunken Day Day. I love your name.
巨大機ハーキュリーズ
Peter, we were having a discussion earlier. Maybe we got chat to contribute to this one. When I see you're playing with your MFD right now. This is why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Do you like north up or heading up?
I do like north up,
Yeah.
but every real pilot I've spoken to says for situational awareness, it's better to have track up.
Really? Because
Yes.
I also prefer north up.
Me too,
Yeah.
because I recognize the map down there, right? But they
That was
argued.
my justification.
Yes, but they argued, and I think they have a point there. 9 out of 10 times you don't fly over a known area for you as an international pilot. And when
yeah,
that is the case,
I mean, 10 times out of 10, or maybe 9 times out of 10, I fly over an area that's very well known to me.
exactly, and the same for me. So, but if you fly real airplanes instead of the toy stuff we do,
Yeah.
then often, and especially just during cruise, like in the middle over God knows what country, chances are very slim you're actually familiar with the area. And then for your situational awareness, it's better to have the track up
まず
because then you can see on the left there's water, and you look at south, and on the left there's water. While if you have north up, you have to rethink of that view, right? You have to transpose your view how it would be. And when it's known, it's fine, but when it's unknown, you're struggling with that. And I found it a very plausible explanation, actually. So since then, I'm actually using TrackUp.
All right, maybe I'll just have to adjust my mindset because I'm so used to north-south that my brain, when it defaults to TrackUp, my brain does not like to parse that very well.
Yeah, I'm currently in the transition phase, so I'm equally uneasy with both.
Yep. So talking about the Suez Canal a little bit as well, just doing some of the research prior to this stream. Traversing the Suez Canal as opposed to going around the Horn of Africa will actually save ships 8,500 nautical miles, or approximately 10 days travel time.
Which is why almost every container goes through that, because the alternative is so unattractive.
Right, for a couple of reasons. And Peter, maybe you can go into a lot more detail with this. Like, what is the cost for a ship to spend an extra 10 days navigating at sea around the Horn?
That's it. I don't know.
Like a large container ship, you know.
Yeah. So maybe to clarify, my profession is actually software architect for automated container terminals. So I do know a lot of the flow within that, but the ships itself are a bit are not my specialty, so to say. I know. Sorry. No. How long do you know me? Yeah. Alex says ships are fast now. Actually, a container ship, and I do know that, do have a cruising speed of around 50 kilometers an hour, which boils down to like 30 miles, I guess. Yeah, that is fast, right? Yeah. They are so large, but they haul.
It's especially fast because
which is so a 40 feet container has two 20-foot equivalent units. So around usually there are around 10,000 containers on board of such a ship, and to have that traveling at 50 kilometers an hour is quite impressive. The running cost I do not know.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. I do know that when they are in the harbor, it will cost several tens of thousands of dollars an hour to lay there.
Wow. Question from chat from Busta. She says, "Where's the canal? I see as much as we haven't arrived."
また第一グループとは別の、おー、すごいとこだね、ここも。
Northwesterly heading up the Gulf of Suez en route to the Suez Canal.
What's your current cruising speed?
About 150 knots airspeed.
Okay, I'm doing 167. I could cheat by setting the wind.
Ground speed is 151 right now.
Yeah, exactly. I'll cheat a bit. I know, right?
Zakados says the aircraft parked at airports, they don't make money on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I might need to climb. I'm gonna play chicken here. I think I'll be okay at 1,500 feet.
It's fine.
I might need to climb a little bit. What do you think?
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
I passed it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yes, touch and go at Hotel Echo 2-Niner. How many ships allowed side by side in the canal? 2. Good question. Only one in each lane. And as you'll see when we get there is actually a specific part of the Suez Canal where 2 ships can pass each other side by side. Normally it's only like a 1-lane highway.
砂漠の上もいいね。
There is one section that
すげえわ。
allows for ships to pass each other kind of in the middle. On average, somewhere between 50 and 80 ships will sail through the Suez Canal every day. why can't you change the aircraft livery? You totally can. Look, their registration. Look, mine is CDL. It's totally custom aircraft registration. So to do this, you go when you choose your plane from the options. I think it's under livery or customization or something. But yeah, you can absolutely change your registration.
It does depend on aircraft. So certain third-party aircraft whose liveries where there is a panel which will, there's a file that will basically ignore.
今度こそ
So it's a hand painted registration.
Yep.
So maybe that's one of those you're flying.
Yeah, depend on the
うわー
first
気持
party
ちいい
Microsoft.
なーしかし 間違
oh,
る
did you overshoot here?
No. I'm just flying circle to left.
Of course you do.
I'm doing a straight-in approach. I'm on long final now. I don't know.
あここでタッチンゴーか タッチンゴ
I was gonna do a tactical approach, but I was already halfway.
ーないかギアダウン
Question from L. Do cruise ships go to this canal? Yes, they do. I have sailed through the Panama Canal on a cruise ship. I have not yet sailed through the Suez Canal on a cruise ship. That's a bucket list item. I want to tick that box at some point.
Currently have a ground speed of 321 knots. Nice.
Whoa.
Well, I might have a wind from behind of around 141 knots. So
That's a totally stable approach.
DNH, yes, we did do a Panama Canal flight. I want to say about 4 or 5 months ago. All of 2022. I don't remember the exact date. Just around that.
I think the majority comes from the other side. No?
Yeah.
Just
So already running out of runway.
yeah, it's fine. Just touch it. touch.
Yeah.
Go.
You got your money's worth out of that runway. You
Yep.
used every last foot.
You pay for the whole runway, you'll use the whole
I
runway.
only touched down on the last quarter of it, but
Still, but you overflew it. Yeah, that's fine.
はいフル
Alright,
パ
I'm
ワー
on one short climb now. Coming in a little bit low. Got red on red on the path. It's
Yeah.
not what you want to see.
フラップはダウンのままでいいんだパワーあんまり上げると全然乗り抜きまくっちゃうおお街じゃ海だの海も穏やかじゃのフラ気象はライブじゃなくてプリセットじゃからのそりゃそうだ
Oh, I'm floating. Bad pilot is bad. There's touchdown. Throttle full. Flaps to take off.
SR22 っていうのも多いのな
Rotates. Positive brakes.
ああこれ海の上か
And look at everyone else who's sort of right on my tail with that touch and go.
超早い
So how are you doing? You making the airport? Or are you skipping this one? to Catch up.
Yeah, I'm probably skipping this one.
Okay.
Catching up. I do still have a ground speed of 323, having a tailwind of 141 knots, so that's all going swimmingly. And I seem to catch up with you guys, assuming you're somewhere.
I don't have you in sight, Peter, but there's so many planes near me. You're probably not one of the closest, whatever the
No.
number is, the maximum number that will render.
I see extra apple, I see Amsterdam, 75, Chicken, CC, smoke. Oh, it's a bit bumpy maybe here. Turns out that the 141 knot wind does throw up quite the turbulence when going over mountainous terrain. Who knew?
That's why mountain flying is dangerous. generally something to be avoided unless maybe you're a glider pilot. Then it can be a lot of fun.
P40 はカチス戦闘機に見えるじゃろうか。なんとなくシルエットが違うような気がせんでもない。なんかまたウォーフォークだかトマホークだか P40 マーケプレに増えてます。これで30機目、3機目じゃないですかね、マーケプレ。そんな人気の飛行機なのか。違うことないな、ちゃんと見えてんな。
Nobody does that. I have never once in my aviation career, almost 26 years, I have been flying. Actually, over 26 years. 1996, I started flying. I've never once ever on the radio heard even a single pilot or air traffic controller say "fower" or "fight," or as Cold Nevo says, using one of Starfly's emotes, "tree" instead of "three."
あれこれエンジンが透けて見える。なんじゃこれ。
Everyone does say diner.
Here in the Netherlands, everybody says tree, but it's just because of the lack of pronunciation.
That's just your accent.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
エンジン穴開きだ。残念。
Yes. Yes, but. Airport in sight. I think.
Alaskan Shrimp says, I remember learning all the FAA phraseology and expecting rigorous comms discipline. Turns out pilots use radio almost like cell phones. You know, I wouldn't go that far in my personal experience. It's not quite as informal as cell phone conversation. But yeah, most pilots and controllers, even the ATC, will play a little bit faster. Like I said, I've never once used
They do say niner.
They do say nine.
Yeah. Kennedy Steve made that famous, right?
V22 ってなんだろうな。オスプレイ
I am loving this scenery. You know, it's just desert and mountains. But look at that beautiful coastal scenery here as we
この SR22 っていう飛行機もよく見るな。でもこれってそれなのかどうかはわからない。
Yeah, Alaskan Shrimps. That's actually probably one of the ways you can tell.
あ、大佐。
Really rookie
大
novice
佐、アフターバーナー
listening to them
浮
on
かし
the
てる
radio.
じゃないですか、
I mean,
大
one
佐。
is, and you know, myself included, when I was a beginner, you're nervous. You can hear the nervousness in their voice. But two, if you hear someone on the radio following all the proper radio regulations to the letter by saying like power and pipe, yeah, that's definitely a call. That's definitely a call. Very beginner pilots who hasn't learned yet that nobody does that.
You'll learn quickly though. Normally.
Zeki, this is my first time checking out this one. Yeah, it really is. Next touch and go is Hotel Echo 45. We got a twin beach behind me. Nice choice. That's Spy Dr. 70.
What's your speed, Tom? You're flying a pretty fast jet.
150.
Without flaps? Exactly.
Disable the flaps
What's the MF stands for?
Oh, yes.
コンコルド発見
Or something.
あれはぜひ見なきゃいけない飛行機ですな。ちょっと速度を落として上昇しましょう。
That's
And yeah, DNA says that's to hear about Bruce Willis. Yeah, you didn't hear the news. It was announced yesterday by Bruce Willis' family that he has been dealing with dementia.
これどえらい向かい角で飛んどるな。
Of course, they had to show that.
I mean, it is probably his most iconic line from his acting career.
Was it improvised or was it scripted?
I don't know.
I think I might have read it was.
I mean, the story would love to tell that, right?
That's also what I thought of most of the office scenes, and then you realize
It's all very scripted, yes.
The very last word. And you're like, oh well.
Same with Top Gear, the other ones. And Clarkson Farm as well.
Although there is always a funny one from Django Unchained. There's this one scene where Leonardo DiCaprio smashes his hand on the table. And you see his hand bleeding because he crushed the glass. But that glass was real and it was real blood from his hand, but he just kept continuing the scene.
やっぱり優雅なもんですな、コンコルディングは。コンコルディングってなんじゃい。コンコルド。
Another famous, very famous, similar story: the filming of Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers.
British
where
Airways.
Playing Aragorn kicks a orc helmet when he thinks that Merry and Pippin have been killed. In frustration, and screams. When he kicked the helmet, the actor legit broke his toe. But he kept acting, and the scream of Viggo Mortensen that he's actually really screaming because he broke his toe. But they kept it in the scene.
Something similar happened in most recent jumps from the roof.
Breaks his foot, right?
Yeah, just continues on.
And the most famous improvisation is, of course, from Star Wars.
Stormtrooper.
No. That Princess Leia says, "I love you," and Harrison Ford says, "I know."
That was improvised?
Yes.
I actually had, that was a question. I go to pub trivia every week.
Or
And
show the story it goes.
that was a question that came up. It was on Valentine's Day on Tuesday, February 14th. And one of the questions that the Valentine's Day edition was, how does Han Solo Leia in The Empire Strikes Back when he says, "I love you"? And I, of course, knew that answer right away. I've seen that movie so many times. But I didn't know that was improvised. That's an interesting bit of trivia.
I'm 99% sure it is. But
Let's just search.
Speaking of Harrison Ford, and not quite improvisation, but kind of, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know the very famous scene where there's like the swordsman and his scimitar starts waving it all around in this really elaborate thing, and then Indy just like pulls out a gun and
So yeah, Peter, the script called for "I love you too."
no.
あれは人が住んで
that's
る
way much
街
more
か
intense
ら。
Han Solo.
Then this one article goes way more in depth and says, yeah, but there was in the 50s, there was a sci-fi anthology show called 171 where the main character says the same. But he's
So
like,
with-
maybe he just saw that show because he was 18 at the time.
And it just came to him.
P51 も P51 に見えない。
Either way.
どういうこと
As that may be true. It still was pretty brilliant. Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker wouldn't like doing this flight because of the sand. Yeah, I mean it's rough and it's coarse and it gets everywhere. Can you blame him? Really?
Like it
本当に朝早い。
Foxtrot says the guy that played the swordsman had a recurring role in the Indiana Jones movies. There's 3 different characters that all got killed. The swordsman who Indy shoots, the guy that gets caught, and the guy that gets shot.
Lucky guys.
Energizer says, been a chill flight. Birthday weekend coming up. For me, so it's a good start. Well, happy birthday, Energizer. Everyone in chat, wish a happy birthday to Energizer.
Happy birthday. Can I point out the most annoying part of the DS62, by the way? It's this one. Note the little inspection
much
on the side of the engine. There is where you check the oil level. And they've made that for, apart from the fact that you're standing between the engine and the fuselage, which is just too small. The panel is only big enough for children's hands, and then you have to reach in and then unscrew the oil plug and then check it. And then, and when you actually screw it back and you let it fall inside the panel, you have to unscrew everything, and you'll be 1 hour further. So it's a hassle.
Yeah. Gaydal says it's more like a USB port.
Yeah.
Is it a 3-sided USB port?
Yes. So we usually just assume that the oil level is okay, which is fine, right? You can do that.
Right?
That's right, check. You have 2 engines anyway. It'll be fine.
It'll show up in the telemetry anyway.
Right.
If it's will scream at you.
If it's smoke, then it's wrong.
Yeah. It's like, did we check it? Nah.
Yes, Hotel Echo 45 is the next airport for Petrico. I'm 11 miles out.
I am.
11 miles out too.
I am. 15.4 miles out. So I'm 3 miles behind you guys. And yet I'm firewarming. Almost firewarming.
Yes, everyone in chat. When you plug a USB device in and the thing is upside down the other way, and it still won't go in because it's upside down. So then you go back to the original way that you had it to begin with, and then it finally goes in as you expect.
Because it first needs to get into superposition, CD.
Yeah.
You even have a beak.
Yeah.
Ramjet, I have not heard otherwise. February 22nd. I have not heard of the delay to either of those.
12. Landing,
which don't really have much of a choice in the
it makes sense. He does a tactical approach though.
He does.
like what, 15 degrees?
Should be fine.
Should be fine.
And
Get down.
Oh wait, is that the airport already? Ooh.
oh, and then we have the Queen of the Skies, which, by the way, so the last aircraft was delivered. The next flight it's doing after the flight from Painfield is back to there because apparently
We're there.
Tom, I think you might have my aircraft in sight. Looks maybe a little bit below you.
やべ、
But I'm seeing a lot of the same
7メ
planes
ー
you
ト
are.
ル、偉い。
Oh yeah, you just passed me.
うお、滑走路から取れた。
Is this the
う
runway?
わうわ
Nah, it can't be.
Uh,
うわ
oh yeah, that's the one.
うわ
Where? Where do you see the runway?
はい、フル
Three
パ
miles
ワ
out.
ー。
I better disable my autopilot.
Yeah, it's here on the bridge.
Oh wait, I'm still 7.5 miles out. No, we're-
Yeah, no.
we're
Well, I
fine
don't see
here
a
on-
runway, which is
ラ
kind of
ッパーダウ
unusual.
ンのま
Right ahead.
ま。
Oh yeah, no, I got it now. Yeah, not quite a straight approach. I have to make a slight right base.
Oh, I was.
It's in the army airplanes.
By the way, folks, if you've noticed, the head trap if you would like to enter a contest, we have an upcoming Reno air racing competition in March. Up to 49 players will be randomly selected to compete in the Reno air. Ooh, that's my impressive for the final. I'm not feeling great about that. Up to 49 players will be randomly selected to compete in the Reno Air Racing League. And even if you're not one of the lucky 49 who will be selected, everyone who enters by typing !Reno will get a 20% off discount code that you can apply on Toby's online store to enter for your chance to win. Or enter buy. You don't even need to type in your password.
That's fine.
There we go. Didn't float so much on that landing. That was a better touchdown. This is a very narrow runway, though. I
Yeah.
almost feel, speaking of Harrison Ford, I feel like I might have done a Harrison Ford landing there.
So everybody who's typing !Reno, you do have to fill in the form.
Yeah.
Yeah. So only typing the command isn't enough. And not everybody who wants to participate has to type in the Reno command. You can just click the link to the form.
And you get the discount code as soon as you submit your answers in the form. The sort of like thank you for your response. That screen will have the discount code on there. It won't be in an email or anything. So make sure you don't close that window, or else you will lose out on your opportunity to get that 20% off discount code.
I may or may not have it. But it's fine.
Seems like we're on the final stretch towards Suez Canal.
That's right. Our next waypoint is actually the start of the canal from the
Finally.
Gulf of Suez side.
Right?
Right? We're in.
Will we make this in 45 minutes?
Oh, Key Thing Space is not currently accepting responses. Can anyone else confirm that? Jane. Oh,
This
Jane, you are
form
here.
is currently,
Yes. Yeah,
it's
Jane, are you able
closed.
to set it to accept responses until end of February, so February 28th?
This is a very small one.
Sorry about that, folks. We'll get that fixed for you right away. I could have commented about that.
あ、スターファイター発見。草型だけど。
Sign up for the Reno event where you can win a Tobii Eye Tracker 5, but the discount is expired now.
デススターかと思った。
I'll be there. It's showing our final, well, destination airport is 42 minutes out.
Well, I'm telling you, the wizard arrived. I've got my flight planning. I've got now pretty well after doing these for 2 years. Newspawn says the Tobii is worth it.
お、かっこええじゃん、やっぱ。
I agree. I absolutely love my Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Really, if you're not playing in VR, the Tobii really is an immersion factor. Just being able to look around. Just like 6 degrees of freedom. You can, move in and out. It tracks your head. It tracks your eye. Like, look, no hands. My eyes to the top right of my screen. Look at that, actually tracks my gaze. In fact, I can hit a button here, and see that blue circle. That'll actually show you what I'm looking at. And track my eye. No hands, I'm not touching anything. I'm not moving my head. It's just magically following my eyeballs wherever I look, wherever I choose to focus. The camera will automatically suddenly drop my gaze. I think it's really cool. It works fantastic. Very highly recommended.
With magic you mean math, right?
Yeah. Chest says I was thinking of getting a head and eye tracker as well. How much is it? You have to check their website, but you can just do a search online for Tobii Eye Tracker 5. You can buy it direct from the manufacturer. Their shipping is really good and will arrive in when I bought mine, it was just 3 or 4 business days shipped from Europe to Canada. So it was pretty quick. I think I paid roughly $300 Canadian for mine. It might have been less than that. I don't remember exactly, but somewhere in that range. But I'm sure someone can confirm. Just do a search online for Tobii Eye Tracker 5 and post the price in the chat.
It's around 250.
速さがコロコロ変わ
Is
る。
that US dollars or Canadian dollars?
European dollars.
250 euros, okay. Is there slew on Xbox? I believe there's a
アフ
slew
ターバー
on
ナーといて
Xbox.
さ。
Press Y. No, wait.
来た。
I mean, there is a Y.
There is a Y, but not the one.
お、ちっこいな、やっ
Yes,
ぱ。
there probably is slew on Xbox, but I'm not sure what the command is. And maybe it isn't bound yet. Since you get slew by default with the controller, I reckon there is also
おお、かっこいい。
a button combination for that.
Hammond says you need to
Yeah,
find it.
wait,
So yeah, I don't think it's bound by for an Xbox controller. Anyone knows if you can use a Quest 2 for VR? Yes, absolutely, you 100% can.
But you do need a linking cable. Or
You can't use
yeah, you
the
can.
Oculus
you can,
Quest wireless mode.
I believe you can. But since it's pretty demanding, it's finicky. Cable is more stable.
I'm spotting something up ahead.
これ滑走路なの？じゃあ車輪出
That,
していいけど。
that looks a lot worse than it did in real life.
Yes.
That ship actually looks beached.
Yeah.
Maybe we should
Traffic
test it.
jam. It's fine. It's fine.
I've also got an insight. Way up ahead there. Like 12 o'clock. Mine does not appear beached though. I don't know if, I don't know if you're using a scenery mod or something for this area.
No, same mod you have.
looks proper.
I'm at the entrance of the canal, and there's already a big, quite a line up here. Not sure what's going on.
Yes, if anyone is wondering, if you're on PC, there is a Evergiven mod you can download from flightsim.to that will add the Evergiven to Microsoft Flight Simulator in the exact position that it was stuck in real life 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Was it last year? Man,
Look at
I
where.
lost all track of time.
Good question. 21.
March 23rd. For 6 days.
On its way to Rotterdam, by the way.
Well, I mean, Rotterdam is the busiest European port, right? You said that. No?
Well, yeah, Antwerp as well. So it's a bit Dutch-Belgian level. The Evergiven was on its way to Rotterdam. And I've also seen it.
危なかった。
What was the origin port?
さあ反対向飛んどるからみんな真正面から突っ込んでくる。
Yeah,
Y117 もおるぜやもう。
no, I don't remember.
Yes, there is the Evergiven. As you can see, my 12 o'clock low currently blocking the Suez Canal.
Mine is also beached.
Yeah.
We all downloaded the exact same mod, so
Although I also have games.
Yeah, but that's you. There.
Does it say evergreen for you?
じゃあ早かった。
It should say Evergreen on
Evergreen on
the
the side.
side. Yeah, it should say Evergiven on the back and those.
So this is the Suez Canal, and to answer L's question from earlier, do cruise ships versus the Suez Canal? Well, there's one right there. There's a cruise ship by,
おお、
9 o'clock.
かっこええなこれも。
Yes, this is,
だいぶゆっくり飛んでんな。
this is a sea-level trench canal that was dug entirely by hand, non-mechanized labor. Just workers with shovels for 10 years dug the trench that became the Suez Canal.
Shovels. No excavating equipment. Just
Yep. Manual hand labor, and a lot of it.
10 years that's quite impressive actually to finish it in only 10 years. Yeah, Tom, that's a bit beached.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tugboat's working very hard.
There's that one iconic picture where the one excavator goes.
Yeah, push it back. Yeah.
Like, well, I don't know.
Cute, but nah.
And it is the same company that also has the airline, right?
That's right. I didn't know this. I actually flew this airline a month and a half ago. EVA Airlines, based out of Taiwan, is actually part of the same parent company as the shipping
お化
company.
ける設定外さんといかん。
Aircraft EVA Airlines, their logo and company branding looks very similar. Same font, same color scheme, white and green. But I had no idea that those two companies were affiliated with each other.
They're usually really big companies. I saw a comment from. They said the ships drive on the left. Well, they actually don't. They usually drive on the right. Well, as long as it's not really drive, is it? It's what? Sail. Yeah. Sail on the right. But I think our model is offset a bit somehow, and that's why they appear to be the left. But they usually sill on the right
ま
hand
た
side.
タッチングか。これがもうスエズ運河なのかな。
That's also where the color of the navigation lights and the buoys colors is based on.
You know, and that carries over to the well. See here in my nav, my right way. That's same global shipping as well. The aviation industry actually basically copied that from the maritime industry.
That's why you're the captain.
Yep.
Right? It all makes sense.
タッチングっぽいけど、どこに
And that was again, correct me if I'm
工
wrong,
場
because the
があるの
first
か。滑走路はあれか。
commercial airports were water planes? Or isn't that entirely true? Because I'm kind of doubting that myself.
Well, famously, there was the
I
Pan Am
don't know.
Clippers, sort of in the 1930s and 40s. Those were considered the most kind of luxurious, high-end intercontinental air transport. Those were all float planes, flying boats. I'm not sure if all of the early commercial passenger flights were on float planes, though. Maybe someone in chat knows that.
I think I know what's wrong with the mod. I think the anchor point of the 3D model used to be in the middle and now is on the front. And I think that's with the... Yeah, I think that's guys.
Cassidy, you don't have it, guys.
I do not have it. Oh, we have got another touch and go airport here. Hotel Echo 34. The line for a straight approach. Autopilot disengaged, currently hand flying. We have two parallel runways to choose from here. I'm going to choose the right runway. Now put my little blue bubble back on so you can see what I'm looking at as I shoot this approach. Notice I'm
does
very
look
quickly
setting
glancing down to check my airspeed, but always,
どこでセ
you
ッ
know,
ティング
the
するんだっ
bulk
た
of
っ
the
け
time looking at the
全
target touchdown
般オ
point.
プションのその他じゃったかっていうと違うな。
And I'm coming in way too
違
high.
うな。トラフィック表
If
示。
you look at
こ
the
れがオ
traffic, they
ンだ
do
な。
seem to be
よし、
left
これ
side
で、
oriented.
近寄ってもお化けらなくなった
Thankfully,
と
there's
思
no
い
pappies
ます。
here because they would be all white right now. I
あ、
am way
燃料がちょっとやべえっ
It's
て出
fine.
てる
Yeah, don't say that to a Dutchie, by the way.
はい、エアボーン。ギア、
Why not?
フラップは
I'm
多
way
分
too
ま
high
ま
for this approach.
Oh,
Oh.
especially when Amsterdam.
燃料どうすっかな
I somehow switched on my ELT. Let's return. No need for that. Yeah. Oh, and my transponder is standby. This is going awesome.
Alright, there's touchdown. Rotate. Positive
Is
rate.
that the Hotel Echo 34?
Hotel Echo 3.
Oh, I'm way behind.
燃料ちょっとリセットしとくか。
EA62.
上層積んどきゃよかった。
Turn on.
It had not. Yeah, right.
But you did get a fine.
じゃなかった。
Yeah.
空中給油完了。
Ooh, Tom, that looks like a pretty aggressive approach too.
It's a signature move.
You're going to use up the entire runway again, Tom.
Okay. A little bouncy.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
コンコールド、スピットファイアー
I have a quick question for chat. How is the music volume? I probably should have asked this an hour and a half ago. But is the
Bit
music
low.
at a good level?
ズ。DJ ちょっと見に行くか。
It's
そ
a
れ
bit
なり
low.
ばり
When
か
I was
な
listening。in from the car, it was a bit.
Alright,
we're listening from
I will
Yeah.
turn the music up just slightly. Alright, let me know if that's good now.
デフォルトか。
So this part was a natural lake that was already there, or because I don't think they had.
They dug out this. This was all dug out by hand.
When they had some time left, they were like, let's do some more.
Okay, we've done the bare minimum, but
yeah.
Might be the music.
Jamal says this is the Great Bitter Lake.
またあそこもタッチングかな。
Can be. I'm struggling to find out how.
So if I hit my 12 o'clock,
後ろがなんかあれな気がするな。
This is one of those areas I mentioned earlier where two ships can pass each other.
持ち明かり集団な、これが持ち明かり集団な気がするけど、どうだろう。
Fun fact: the flaps only add like 2 to 3 knots of stall speed, but they are really impressive air brakes.
Allow a steeper descent angle.
Yeah, but it's just like you throw out an anchor. It's
Yeah.
これはまた豪華じゃな、コンコルドにジャンボに。これは何空港じゃ、何航空じゃ。
This
あ、
one can be
イベリアか。
nice shit.
今日はイベリアで来たんだな。
A little low, it looks like.
It's fine.
You're fine, but
Of course, just pause for a few seconds. That's fine. There we go. It was better than the last one.
Jamal says before the canal was built,
Okay.
the Great Bitter Lake was a dry salt valley or basin. So
Oh,
it is kind of artificial then. So when they dug the trench to make the canal, the seawater
Oh,
flooded in
see.
and filled up the.
right. But then that would have happened from the other side then, right?
Alright, so
Or
here you can see
this-
below to my 12 o'clock, this is one of those areas where there's two lanes on the Suez Canal and ships traveling opposite directions can pass each other here.
美しいな、女王様は。うわ、危ない危ない、ぶつかるぶつかる。うえ。現実の空ではありえんじゃろうな。ニアミス報告書書きは
Beautiful
つくまく
formation
り。
of pilots flying behind me.
うわ、ぶつかるぶつかる。もっ
These events every week.
とずっと上な予感でいたら
I mean,
結
we've
構
been doing
近
this
か
for
った。
like 2.5 years now.
Yep.
Still, so many people are flying.
And still we're finding new places to visit. Like I don't think
Also-
we've ever done a Suez Canal flight before. I know we've been to Egypt. We did like
We did Egypt, yeah.
like the Great Pyramids in Alexandria, Cairo. We've done that before. We've done this part of Egypt.
本体長期が見えないんだけど。
I'm not at Peter's house, I think I would
Ah,
have known
da.
Jane.
あれだ。お
No,
お、
that's-
す
that's-
げえ
that's
豪
my,
華
that's
な。
my wife, sorry. She's a bit
これ
under
は
the weather.
豪華なラインナップですよ。
What did we do last week? I can't even remember.
定期保存版やね。
Where did we fly last week? I know 2 weeks ago was
ジャンボとコンコルドこれぶつかると思うんだ。これほら、
Galapagos.
こんな
Galapagos Island.
大接触事故を起こすところなんてもう大スクープですよ。
That was a nice one too. We'd never done that one before either. And then of course, as already mentioned, next week to celebrate the launch is for the big boat. We're going to do a New Zealand flight. Especially after this pays off. to dress
ドカ
I
ー
mean,
ンうわ
Yes.
you can dress whatever you want. I mean, 1920s aviator, so I
今
can
決
dress
定
like
的
this.
瞬
You can
間を
dress like a
目
hobbit.
撃
That's
して
what
ま
you
す
wanna
な
do.
付き合ってもお化けらんない設定にしたのでいいね
If you saw that even the Lego group is
Ah.
going in the spirit of
ほんと
what's it
うー
called? The Lord of the Rings set.
Cool. Nice.
It is nice. The Rivendell has 6,000 pieces.
Oh, that's a lot.
What's your ground speed, CD?
やっぱいいねおお
158.
I want
最
to
高じゃな
160
あ
somehow, not catching up
やっ
with
ぱ
you.
首曲げないと前が見えないんだろうなこんなゆっくりだと
See.
Yeah, it's actually more close to 7.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, the SR-71 ground
Yeah.
speed check. Yes.
They're showing actually closer to. So what was it? Mark 7.
Flight in the mountains, we get touch and go.
あまたなんか
That
スピットファイヤーかなんかが突き抜けてったとおお
in Borneo.
スピットファイヤ
A year
ー
ago. That was a lot of fun.
We've done Lukla
Have we done this
from
one?
from Kathmandu to Lukla. I believe we did.
Maybe I wasn't my retirement.
Yeah, you're off period. The dark ages.
Oh!
of-
いないラグ
Dark
っちゃ
ages of streaming.
Ella's
there's
asked
a-
about Costa Rica. I don't think we've done Costa Rica yet. Maybe we have.
I don't think we have.
I mean,
There's a nice handcrafted here.
we have not done a lot of places actually.
これがもしかし
We
て
did
隊
do
長です
Brazil,
か
I think. Once.
Yeah, in Latin America, we've done Brazil, Chile, Argentina, Ecuador last week.
旗が出てこんからわからんもうちょっ
We've
と
done some
離れ
Caribbean
る
islands before.
おおでっかい街じゃなこれは結
Yeah,
構
oh, yeah.
Landing challenge.
Saint Martin, obviously, Princess Juliana Airport. That one.
Caribbean we've done extensively.
Yeah, we've done the Caribbean. I want to say 3 or 4 times. Calgary to Banff, we've definitely done that one before.
これがスエズ運河なのかね結構広いなスエ
We
ズ
also
運
did
河って
Golden, British Columbia through the Bow Valley in the Rocky Mountains to Lake Louise and Banff. And very beautiful place.
Oh, a few things are empty.
Ugh.
Oh my god, my
Forget when you don't check your oil.
ファイヤー
right?
We have done Scotland. We did a flight in the Scottish Highlands.
Yes, when UK.
あここのが隊長に隊長危ない俺はもう危ない
Of course, we've done Ireland before. Almost certainly, not confirmed, but I suspect we'll do Ireland again for St. Patrick's Day this year.
The very first group flight I did, way back in Alpha days, was in Entebbe.
もうジャンボが超えてく空中給油してくれ
BV8 pillars.
ジャンボじゃないけど
Car review,
Well,
空中給油お願いします
Sure.
Peter.
yeah. So as one sits down, one will find a comfortable leather seat with the flap down, with a thing that can fold down for your legs for extra support, which is nice. The stick feels very beefy and solid. Nice materials used. The pedals move back and forward electrically with the little button here on the side. Doing so will electrically, yes. But and I can fit nicely in there. Just.
Does it have an Apple CarPlay?
It absolutely does not.
Ah, that's
It does have MP3 playback capabilities.
あれ今日あれがおらんのさっきまでおったけどダークスターが見当たらんのダークスターのいるところに隊長機ありな。
Peter, here's a very important question on the subject of having a stick in the DA62. Do you prefer flying with a stick or a yoke?
Stick.
Yes.
Actually,
I'm also 100%.
The fun part is, I was thinking the other day, the DA62 is actually more playing for a yoke. Because it's a little laid back, it's luxurious, it's pretty big, it fits, right? It's not a sporty plane. It's a nice plane, it's a fast plane, but it's not sporty. But yeah, the stick really flies really nice. Excellent feeling and control. Electric trim is really nice.
Peter, go to your external view for a second. I'm going to make a slight disagreement with you. I think for a twin, now again, we're setting the bar here, we're grading on a curve. I think for a twin, the DA6
it is.
Barons and like that. The DA62 is way sexy.
It's sporty looking, but it's
ぐわやられたスピットファイヤーにやられた死ぬお台風がいるやっぱいろいろいるじゃない楽しいのこの公式集会いろんな飛行機が見れて台風も2機種あるから新しいのか古いのかわかんないけど
Then you have two more in the behind. Oh, that's a bit much, right? It's a bit bumpy.
新しいのじゃないかな。
The third row also has twos.
カナードがむちゃくちゃの方向向いとるから。
I would not fit in that rear seat.
One yes, two no.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's but for a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for two families, so to say. It's
1.5. I must say the DA50RG
is so nice, but it's almost as expensive as a DA62. And then for that money, I would go.
We had this very debate.
Yeah, oh, we did. Yeah.
So how much is the
DA62? Oh, just 3 million.
But then I think the H-Jet is 5 million.
Right.
Well, then I would be like, well, you know.
I'll save up. I'll save up a big loan.
Then you get so much more. Also more expensive.
I think the hourly rate of a Honda Jet is fun. Yeah.
この飛行機フラップを下ろすとロールが遅くなる制御が入るんですよね。多分実機もそうだと思うんですけど。アブデでそういう設定
Real life, I would say no.
あ、JAL だ。ヤッホー。日本航空。あ、聞いた。プラグ。
I think it is, but for me, 50 euros for me might not be the same as 50 euros for you.
Yeah.
That's always the problem with these kind of questions.
My personal opinion, and this, you know, for the type of aircraft that I like to fly, obviously, subjective opinion might be different. But the flight effects Cirrus Vision Jet is very, very quickly become my favorite plane in the marketplace.
Yeah, you told me.
I love flying that plane. About 2 weeks ago, the Benelux trip.
No, too right. Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
We've got Simtom in sight to my 5 o'clock. The Dark Star, yes, that is just like.
ラグサが見えてるらしいですな。私からは見えないけど。
Are there any extremely good planes for the Xbox? Well, I think the Vision Jet that I was just talking about.
これが何聞くスエズ運河
And the Honda Jet as well, right?
自動車が走っとる。
Starting in March, there will be more exciting aircraft.
awesome support.
じゃあトレンチランロードランに行きますか。
Wonderful.
あ、ぶつかっちゃった。
Wondering why so few fly games? Well, find different streamers. So I'm going to post a few links in chat. These are some streamers who stream
ちょっと遅かった。
D-Mins. There's Factual Gull.
ロードラン。
There's Captain Arash. There's Alice Johnson. Go ahead. Give every one of those a follow. They do a lot of GA streaming.
But I think it's true that the majority of streaming flight sim is just airliners. Which is,
Hey, David.
don't forget exactly. We only fly airliners every now and then. Ah. It's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a nice forward.
What's that?
Press 1 for airline flights, more airline flights, press 2 for more GA flights.
Yeah.
スエズ運河。
I mean, we'll do GA never anyway, but
運河ですよ。
Actually, we always do 1 and 2, but which has
what,
I mean, if you want to fly an airliner, no one's stopping you. There's a 747 flying right behind you
every week
every week.
there's
I
always
see
one.
I saw someone look at this. Here we go. Look, let me go to my point of view here. Look, there's an airliner right there. Someone's flying an Airbus. So I'm not stopping you from flying an airliner. So you do you.
You kind of do with 150 knots cruise speed.
Hey, are you saying that Kosovo Army can do it, but your piloting skills aren't good enough? Is that what I'm hearing,
Yes.
Peter?
Yes. I'm only a novice pilot.
F35 も行くと。
So why are we flying to the Suez Canal?
We are
What-
we're coming up to the Mediterranean side of the Suez Canal. You can actually see the Mediterranean Sea. There's the terminus, the northern terminus of the canal. And this is the city of Port Said in Egypt. And
What
this
are they
is
eating
the-
there?
The Mediterranean entrance, or exit, depending which way you're going, to the Suez Canal. This will be our final full stop landing. We're going to arrive, it looks like right on time. Our stream is scheduled to end in 9 minutes. And my MFD is saying my ETE is 4.5 minutes. So by the time I join the circuit and land and pull off the airport, we're gonna end exactly on schedule.
My ETA is 8 minutes.
Well, you might want to speed it up then a little bit.
キャットもキャット見てないな、
あ
そういえば。
Oh, you don't need to slew.
Already doing it.
No.
and I'm being super lazy. There's Garmin amazing features where basically every airport becomes a auto land. Visual, it will create the final approach and VMAP profile.
Wow.
Hacks.
Everybody can be a pilot now.
Right? And I just press the button, emergency return, and I see
Is the emergency return modeled now? Does that work?
No.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
also not in
Oh.
Oh, right.
あれ
it's
も
the
終わりじゃな。
shit. Scott says the sun is setting in my sim. You all look great with all the nav lights in formation.
Oh, let me replicate nice touch. There we have twinkly twinkly stars.
Elle says it's a beautiful sunset.
It is.
Yeah, I'm always amazed, even after 2.5 years, how beautiful the planet looks. Microsoft likes to.
お、ちょっと変わった塗装の F16 もいるじゃん。最
They
高。
nailed the atmospheric rendering. Sometimes it's a bit too epic, but in general, it's very well done.
うわ、かっこいい。
You know, Peter, if your plane wasn't in the way there, that would look like the opening shot of The Lion King.
Oh, hold on. Can you sing?
I'm not going to try to sing that, but interesting bit of trivia. Do you know what the lyrics of that song? It's in the Zulu language.
Yes.
Beginning of Circle
yes.
of Life.
Wasn't it? There's a lion, a lion, a lion.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's-
Like, hey, there's a lion. Here comes the lion. He's got the
something like
conquer it. Hey, there's a
Hey, no,
lion,
not that.
and there's a leopard too. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing slightly, but only just slightly. That's pretty much what that translates to in English.
まあ F30 はよく見かけるから、ちょっと DC3 でも見るか。この古い飛
Someone
行
in
機だ
chat
と思うんだよ
searched that online.
ね。
What is the opening?
うわ、ごめん。
language lines in the Circle of Life translates to in English.
悪いことした。非常に悪いことした。
All right, I'm flying over Port Said now. This again is the Mediterranean terminus of the Suez Canal. You can see this is where you would, you're in a ship, you would enter the canal here. Major city has sprung up around it. And I'm going to turn on
DC3 若干交代角ついてるのな、この飛行機。
Disable my autopilot. And we'll make the left-hand turn on the final here in just a second.
いいね。お、でっかい街だ。
Alaskan shrimps has it. Here comes the lion, father. Oh yes, it's a lion. Here comes the lion, father. Oh yes, it's a lion. A lion. We're going to conquer a lion, and a leopard. So I was actually pretty close with what I said. That's not bad.
カトロはあれだな。
Thanks for looking that up, Alaskan shrimps.
世界は広いの。
Here's another interesting Lion King fact about translating. Simba, of course, the main character in the Lion King. In Swahili, Simba means lion. The
But it's
character was
Swahili,
named
not
Lion.
Zulu.
The main character was named Lion in the Lion King.
Which is convenient if you think about it.
Also, Rafiki, the monkey. Rafiki in Swahili means friend.
Switch to my screen.
I'm on short final myself. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And I'm doing a lot of work. Still a lot of work.
Hands off.
I'll do it. Mine is 7.
Very short final myself now.
It's quite complicated.
Clear, bleed off that airspeed. Oh, that was a very nice touchdown. I had a really bad landing last week, so I'm a little bit self-conscious. I have to redeem myself for a performance I turned in last week.
outside airport.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta do it properly.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking from the flight deck. We've arrived in Port Said. We know you have many different choices in Twitch streams, so we thank you for choosing yours for your flying needs today. Yeah, for the crew here at Microsoft Flight Simulator Official, thank you for flying with us, and we'll see you again very soon.
Nice.
フラップダウン。まだ早い。
The puppy lights are a bit high, but those buildings look high.
On the other main
ドキドキやね。
pad, it was
Yeah.
Home run. Is it possible to bind a keybind to turn multiplayer nameplates on and off?
Yes.
It is. It is. You can look that up in your
Backspace.
keybinds.
By backspace by
でも
default.
いいとこ。ちょっと高度は低い。
Day Star says, was a pleasure to fly with you. Well, Day, welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and hope to see you back again.
もうそろそろ
We do this every week,
ぴったりだ
same
ね。
place, same time. So check our forums or our Twitter or Facebook. We always
Hey,
post the
break.
details. Typically on Wednesday, we post the details for the upcoming Friday flight.
I was brutally overtaken by an A320.
はい、フラップダウ
Caution
ン。
wake turbulence.
ギア
Those
ダウン。
pesky airline guys.
imagine
Ah.
flying airline, right?
Right?
Imagine, right?
Boring.
今日はちょっと参加者が少なかったか
It's fine. You do you.
Must say, most of the times when I'm not flying on the stream,
Just Purity said, first time on the stream, appreciate the flight. Okay, just Purity, glad you enjoyed it. And
はい、ベー
we'll
ス
see
タ
you
ー
back again next week. And next week is going to be New Zealand with the release.
New Zealand
of Update 12,
next
New
week.
Zealand coming next Thursday. We are of course going to do a New Zealand tour on Friday with special guest ZK Das, who is a real-life airline pilot based out of New Zealand. So very excited for that.
That's a bit painful, right? That we just made fun of airline pilots.
ignore all what you said.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though. Here's
Love
the
you,
thing.
CK Das.
If you talk to airline pilots and ask them what do they like flying more, airliners or GA, almost universally they will always tell you GA because it's way more fun.
It is more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we know.
I mean, with an airline, it's almost like you're on a train in the sky, right?
Right.
It's not like, oh, I'm here, I'm gonna go off
う
course.
ん、
right?
素晴らしかったの、スピットファイヤーだ。
All right. Well, folks, we're right at our time. Again, just like wizards, we arrive precisely when we mean to. This brings us to the end of Community Fly-In Friday Suez Canal edition. Again, celebrating the very first ship on this date, February 17th, 1857, for the very first ship, the SS Dido out of Scotland, became the first ship ever to traverse the Suez Canal.
ダークスター。
And we're going to sign off here. Peter, Tom, any closing thoughts before we end the stream?
Can't wait for the New Zealand update.
Fly safe.
今日もいろんな飛行機が見れたの。
Keep your stick on the ice.
Keep the brown side
なん
down.
か
The
変な
blue
カ
side
ラー
up.
リングだと思ったら突き刺さっとるんだ。
Wait. That does sound familiar.
All right. Well, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back for New Zealand fly-in next Friday. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
バイバイ。ありがとう。Thank you。ヤッホー。あ、ぶつかっちゃった。ごめん。あ、エンジンが穴開いとる。あ、ブリティッシュエアウェイズになってるじゃない。ごめん。ぶつかっちゃったけど、ブリティッシュエアウェイズが見たかった。やっぱかっこええの、ブリティッシュエアウェイズ。おしゃれさんやのー。はい、パーキングブレーキよ滑走路自動車が走るなよな。走ると嬉しいけどもだ。消えた。はい、今日もお疲れ様でした。 エンジンカットオフ。パイロットオフ。あれカバー。しまった。やっぱ、これ切らないとカバーやっぱつかないのか。じゃあこのはしごから降りるんだな。じゃあ皆さんお疲れ様でした。